Howdy, folks. I'm Charles Deering, and I'm nervous because this is going to be. I say it's going to be a hoot, but maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit. It's season 1, episode 5. This is me. I started in '97 scroll sawing. Good, I remembered the YouTube. Started scrolling in 1997, and I promised. Wait, I'm jumbling up my thoughts here. I started scrolling in 1997 when I saw what kinds of blades were out there. Spiral blades said they cut in any direction. To me at the time, that made sense. So that's why I went with spirals. So if my math is correct, 20 years never having touched a flat blade. I intentionally avoided researching how to use one because I want this to be completely genuine, but I have used a jigsaw or saber saw, whatever you call it, before, so I think it's the same premise as far as how to do corners and crap. I don't know. We'll all find that out. Yeah. So I was actually I'm more nervous than usual, and that's funny because there's really no need to be nervous. This is going to be entertaining. But when I got the saw, I'm using a Hagner for those that don't know that. When I got the saw, the guy gave me a bunch of blades, so I'm going to have the audience choose which blades I use. So other than that, this is an example of me doing word art with a spiral blade. And it's not to show off the design, it's just to give you an example of what I've done with a spiral blade, because it's extremely similar to what I'll be doing with a straight blade. And if you can't read that, it says Hope, a song that never ends. That is my design. This is Keith Benton's design. Yeah. So, let me go ahead and introduce the panel, and I'll start from my left to right, and after that, then I'll have one of them babble while I set up everything after I get everybody to choose the blade I use. Starting with Mr. Rob Austin in Georgia. Come on, Rob. Don't forget to unmute yourself.
Well, I wasn't sure if you wanted to hear us right now, but I'm Rob Austin. They asked me to join a few weeks ago, and I joined last week and thoroughly enjoyed this. I hope everybody enjoys it out there tonight. Don't ask me any hard questions.
Thanks for being here. Excuse me, Rob. Thank you. And we got John P.A. Cousins. He is one half, and he just turned his camera off right when I talked to him. Oh, okay. John P.A. Cousins is one half of the Scroller's Choice magazine, so you're welcome to plug that right along with the other feller. But you're up in Canada. Go ahead and tell everybody all about you, where they can find you.
Hey, everybody. How's it going tonight? It's John Cousins here. I'm with Wood If I Could Scroll Saw and Wood Art. Strictly spiral blades. I don't know why Charles even attempting to do this tonight.
Entertainment value. Go ahead.
Because you know he's going to go right back to spirals tomorrow anyway. Catch me on Facebook. You can catch me on my site, my homepage site. And you can catch me and Lee at Scroller's Choice Woodworking. Have fun tonight, Charles.
Thank you. I'll do my darndest. Thank you for being on, John. And John will be covering the comments and questions in the YouTube chat, so y'all be nice to him. Next, we're going over to the boxing capital of the world, Mr. John Schaffner.
Welcome, everybody. Get ready for the show. It's John Schaffner up here in Central New York. You can find me on Facebook under my name, my rather abbreviated YouTube channel under my name, and let's scroll with Charlie. Yay!
Yay! I'm going to record that and make it my intro. Thank you, John.
You bet.
All right, we're going to move on over to, if you don't mind muting yourself, John, just because of the background noise. Mr. Carl Taylor, he is in Georgia. I believe he's right down the street from my old Rob there, but go ahead.
Hey, thanks for having me here. You are correct. I live about 10 miles from Rob. If you don't mind, ask me the hard questions, and I'm going to defer them to Rob. I think that where we live, we could call ourselves the boxing capital of the world. We had Vander Holyfield and Ezra Charles grew up here. So you can find me on Facebook, on Scrollers on YouTube. Would like it if you give us a shot and join in. And my personal YouTube account, scroll saw, and woodworking videos. Appreciate it if you look, but I hope you have fun tonight. I'm going to time to mute.
Thank you, sir. All right, the other half of Scroller's Choice Magazine, slight audio issues, but we should be able to hear him. Mr. Lee Naden out of Ohio.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, as Charlie said, my name is Lee Naden. I'm with the Scroller's Choice Magazine. You guys can check me out at the company website, which is, I'm going to get the right one this week, Charlie, so I double-checked. All right, there's the address. It's www.scrollerschoice, M-A-G,
If you can hold it up slightly higher, the thumbnails are in the way.
.wixsite.com/home. My camera froze, so give me 1 sec.
It's all good. The audio is going downhill too, but
All right, there we go. Do you see that?
no, I only see your profile picture. But if y'all have any questions or how to get them, I believe they also have a Facebook page, and I'm only going to John Cousins because of your audio lead. John, can you tell them what your Facebook page is called? Scroller's Choice Magazine, or is it something more intricate?
Sure. Put me on the spot right now. I'm pretty sure it's Scroller's Choice and Woodworking Arts Magazine.
All right. If you don't mind, if any of us can remember, I'll throw that in the comment section after the show. Thank you, Lee. Paul, I believe your last name is Mayette. No, Corliss, not Mayette.
Yeah, Corliss. Paul
Forgive
Corliss.
me, sir. Forgive me, sir.
That's okay. I'm Paul Corliss. I have Paul's Messy Workshop on YouTube. I have paulsmessyworkshop.com, which doesn't have much on it. And I'd like to give Charles a shameless plug. And in the mail today, I got, wrong way.
No, that was the front.
That was the front? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I ordered and received number 1, and I ordered and received number 2.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
I'm anxious to look at them and see if it improves my scrolling at all.
Well, it's more so aimed at designing patterns, but I if it does anything good for you, I'll be happy, and I thank you so much for ordering it.
Well, hey, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here, mister. If you don't mind remuting yourself, we're going to move on over to Mark Sherman. I don't know why I said it like that.
I'm not sure. My name's Mark Sherman. I come from Bellevue, Nebraska. I can find me on Facebook on Mark Sherman, or Sherman Scrollworks is my business page. Also on Twitter, Good to Your Wood, and YouTube is Sherman Scrollworks also.
Did you say good to your wood?
Good to Your Wood.
whatever works. I cannot
it works.
comment. No, it does. It's creative. Knowing me, I shouldn't comment any further. Thank you, sir, for being on the show. If you don't mind muting yourself. And I've been neglecting from day one to mention that everybody, well, most of y'all know Russ Clarity has a show on Saturday nights. I have this one on Friday nights, because you're watching it. We have a Facebook page called Shop Talk Infos page, I think. Now I'm doubting myself. I don't think it's Infos. Shop Talk Info page, if somebody could check me on that. Alrighty then. So I'm just going to jump right into blades. Some of these aren't labeled perfectly. He had them in little PVC tubes. Let me see if I can get the top off. This one was labeled number 3, so we'll assume it's a flat blade. I'm about to find out. No, it's a spiral, so that went good. This one has a picture of a spiral on the outside, and it says Olson, but I'm going to make sure that it's labeled correctly. Yep, those are spirals. Alrighty then, this is going well. Hopefully I didn't throw the flat blades away, or this whole show is wasted. There's nothing in that one. Okay, live things are good. I should have done this ahead of time. This one says number 2. We're going to pull it out. And there's spirals. Okay, guys, y'all did this on purpose. I may be stuck with those number 2 flat blades. This says, it says Flying Dutchman Ultra Reverse, and that's supposed to be the go-to blade style. And they're number 5, so let's pray to God, they're flat. They are flat. So far, the only one in the running is number 5, Scroll Saw Ultra Reverse. And I will take viewer feedback as well as panel feedback on that. And I've asked the panel not to give me advice, not because I'm arrogant, but because I want this to be genuinely me trying it for the first time, assuming I know what the heck I'm doing. This one says spiral, so we won't be going with that. This one says new spiral, so we won't be going with that. I think it's going to be by default. This one says Lowe's spiral, so we won't be going with that. Okay, last one. Puzzle blades, that's all it says. But I didn't know I had those. Now I do. But let's assume they're flat blades. This is exciting, huh? Good golly Moses, those are small. Okay, so I guess we're going with number 5, scroll reverse blades. Is that when everybody... I guess that's really not much up for vote because I'm used to my camera being right here, but I have it over here, so my picture could show. That's me. Anyway, so I guess we're going with... Go ahead, whoever was getting ready to talk. Lee? Or Lee and Carl are unmuted, so I assume one of y'all was going to say something.
I'll say something.
Don't. Okay, closer look at what I'm going to be cutting. This is my design, but I made a deal with Keith Fenton way back when that I would not sell word and word, or whatever you call it, word art, out of respect for the fact that it's kind of his niche market. There are times I regret that, not because of who designed it, but because I like having that many more options to sell. But I'm a man of my word, and that's one of the word art designs I have out there. A man is only as good as his word, so I got to stick to that to respect my word and how I was raised. Anyway, that's what we're going to be working on. But while, real quickly, for those that don't know, the way I'm going to set up my webcam, I wanted to give a shout out to Russ Clarity. He made these for me. I asked him to. Whoops. This is basically a camera crane, and I'm going to try to get as far back as I can. This part mounts to the ceiling. Let me loosen that a little bit. And it goes down like this. This part slides. It's supposed to slide. Live show. It's okay. It slides up and down the track, and it moves 360 degrees. And I'm so tickled to death that I got these from Russ. He could have sent me the plans and I could have made them, but I wanted somebody that had done it before to make them. But the reason why I asked him to do this was because if you've watched any of my videos, they tend to vibrate because I have a wooden floor in my shop. And so I figured if they're mounted from the ceiling, if it vibrates, then it's just not meant to be. Now this is the last arm, and this is where you mount the camera. In this case, it'll be a webcam. So that's how today's show will be somewhat steady, is you just mount your webcam on there, and by golly. So if you want one of these, or want I don't know if you saw them the plans or not, but get with Russ Clarity. Russ Clarity could not be with us tonight, as well as Russ Meadows. Both have family commitments. And on a personal note, I'd like to dedicate the show to Sterling Davis without going into detail. We're thinking about you, brother. Okay, so I just showed you the crane, but I also have one above my head. Well, let's go right into the light. I have one above my head, and that's what I'm going to do now while I let the panel and chat section talk among yourselves. But I need to set this up in order to do what I'm going to do today. So if anybody wants to talk.
Hey, Charlie, how tall of ceilings do you think you can go with that?
I don't know how tall you can go, but I haven't tried to stretch it all the way out. But well, I imagine. Well, my shop ceiling is pretty low, but I may touch my ceiling with this.
Touch yourself with it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hurt myself because it's not tightened, so I can't really tell you. It goes down to my belly from the ceiling.
I think I have a 9-foot ceiling in my shop, so I was just curious.
Okay, I think mine's more like 7 feet, but it can go pretty low, and I would imagine I'm saying if because I do not recall if Russ ever plans on selling the plans or not. But if you ever, or if you have him make you one, just get these 2 arms right here made longer. If you have tall ceilings. But I am tickled to death to have these. I ordered 5 of them. That might be overkill, but I got 1 per here, and God knows how many for the next project video. So I wanted to left Clarity a quick plug for that. Also, thoughts are with him and his family. Out of respect, I won't go into detail. Just going through family things. But I am going to pass it off to the panel and or the YouTube watch page. If anybody on the panel wants to talk to anybody on the panel or to the YouTube watch page, you're more than welcome to do that while I'm setting up this monstrosity.
Hey, Lee, I'll ask you a question.
What's up?
When's your magazine coming out? When's your next magazine coming out?
It's already out. It's going to be out probably in the next few weeks. Today, so it'll be like 2 weeks, and then it'll be out.
Do you have it in front of you when you show the picture of the cover?
There's a picture of the cover on our website if you want to see it. Can I screen share? I don't know if I can or not.
Yeah, Lee, just go click the 3 dots on the upper right hand corner of your screen and give it that option.
Be careful with your pictures.
There's the home page if you guys can see it, or the cover. Sorry.
Who did the flowers?
Bruce Worthington's design, and they were cut by Dan Eklund.
Very
And then
nice.
he also did the car. He also cut that one. But that's my design, the car.
I like your wallpaper on your computer also. Thanks for sharing.
Yep.
John, do we have any comments or questions in the YouTube chat that might be of interest?
Thank you, Charles.
They're all what?
You right now. No, it seems to be. Well, I asked the question, what's everybody's go-to flat blade? And everybody's basically going number 5 FD.
Well, I got lucky on that one, didn't I?
Yeah. So number 5 FD Ultra Reverse is what Mikey's going with. Everybody else basically just number 5, and
Well, I got
Flying Dutchman's the go-to blade.
I definitely got lucky that was the only blade I had. I thought I had a whole bunch to choose from. Okay, I know that my camera's not on just because I'm trying to set up all this stuff.
But I guess it's like anything else out there that you basically gotta get a variety of stuff to go with and go with what's best for you anyway.
Yeah, sure. Well, this is harder to do than I thought. I got to try to make sure I'm not in my own way here.
I have one more comment if you don't mind.
Don't mind at all. It's going to take me a second here.
I'm sure all of you are subscribed to Steve Good's channel, and if you saw his video he did last week about Rob Austin's shop, Rob Austin on my far left, I don't know where he is on your screen.
Far left.
But, that's his shop, him in person, Rob Austin in person on your panel.
He's got a heavenly shop. Okay, God, I'm going to have to, not only am I going to have to use a flat blade, I'm going to have to do it with my head cocked off to the side so the camera doesn't bop me in the head.
Song, Charles.
What about a country song?
This sounds like a country song.
Oh, yeah, something like that. Okay, I got to tighten up all these who's or what's it so I don't get knocked in the head. I really hope this is going to work. By God, that probably will, because Russ knows what he's doing at least 9% of the time. Hey, doggy, we love you, Russ. Come on now. It would help if I could see what I was doing. All right, somebody babble about something. Hello. All right, it's getting awkward, folks. Come on now.
Okay, I'll elaborate a little bit on blade selection. For something like you're getting prepared to do, I personally would go with a number 1 or number 3 reverse tooth, but that's my personal preference. Number 5 to me is a little bit too big and hard to turn on the inset letters. Be okay for the outside letters, but the inset letters I'd probably want to use a number 1 or number 3.
I think I still have room to. Thank you, John. Who did we just lose? John Cousins. Okay, somebody needs to mute themselves if they don't mind. I think there's two people that need to mute themselves. Shame, demerit. Okay, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. I do have a little more zoom left on my camera. And excuse the mess. You can tell what I drank if you look on the floor there. Anywho, welcome back, John Cousins. Now let me.
No, I'm back.
Let me get to my controls and zoom in the camera. Now, I haven't decided yet whether or not to use my lamp that's next to the things. I need y'all to tell me if it's too bright, because some things wash out on camera. Let me move this over as I go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and present so I can get the panel out of the way. No offense, guys.
Charles, how thick of wood is that?
1/4 inch. I meant to say that 1/4 inch, and I believe it's Spanish cedar. God, I really hope I don't get in the way of this camera. I know I'm not going to do a bunch of apologizing like I did that time I was showing the anatomy of a scroll saw. Okay, boy, this is going to be a booger. Is that close enough to everybody's liking?
Looks good to me.
Looks good to me too.
Is your light on right now?
Not yet. Let me go turn it on.
I
Ow, I just bumped the stupid crane with my head because I'm not used to something hanging down in front of me. So we're going to try to reposition. Everybody's probably laughing at that more than anything. Now, why is the panel suddenly showing up?
That looks good.
Okay, is the panel showing up on the live feed, or is it hidden?
Which panel are you talking about?
The panel with everybody, all the thumbnails on the live.
No, it's not on.
Okay, because if anybody if anybody types in the chat, it makes the panel show up. Okay, come on now. And it's not because I don't want my panel seen, it's because I want the camera to catch as much as possible. Now, trying to get this in position to where I can still do it and see it. Now let me try to get over that light and turn it on. Ouch. Almost reached the capacity of my headphones. The light is on. Is that washed out too much, or should I do it with the light? No, that might be good. I don't know. It's up to y'all.
It's fine.
Yay. Okay, I'm uncoiling my headphones now, and I have a knot going on.
You just got to make it as easy for you as possible. So.
Absolutely, but I also want people to be able to see it. But thank you for your consideration.
Well, you know, you got to concentrate as much as you can. It's the first time using a flat blade, so.
No pressure, no nothing.
Don't mess up on live YouTube.
I'm prepared to, actually. I'm hoping I surprise myself. The reason why I believe Steve French, I mean, I've been challenged many times, but I believe Steve French, a loyal viewer and a very good friend, is the one that suggested I do this on a live show when we were trying to come up with topics. So thank you for that, Steve. And again, I don't remember what I told the panel, a lot of things, but I don't remember what I told the live audience. I made it a point not to research how to use them.
You do know the blades need to be facing you, right? The teeth?
Now, see, you might be messing with them. Yes, they do.
I'm not messing with you. That's a
Okay, okay, but and I say this with all due respect. That's another thing I asked the panel to do is not give me advice because that'll show just how newbie I am. But thank you, Mark, for that. And luckily, it is facing me. It's okay, and I know the teeth have to be pointed down. That's the extent of what I know about a blade.
Yeah, I was assuming you already knew that. So
No, I know. Okay, now because I didn't know that I only had one blade to choose from, I have to put the flat blades into my. So somebody is unmuted.
Well, at this time, I'd like to welcome Donna Presley to the party.
Oh, thank you very much. And y'all are welcome to carry on while I load blades into my blade holders. This is a Hagner specific thing. It's shaped like the blade clamp. And you just stick it in there. It even has a little diagram on it telling you which way to aim the teeth. So even if y'all have been messing with me, I could do it, by golly. But that's just in case anybody gives a crap. But y'all are welcome to make conversation or answer questions from the chat. Or
Donna, you could unmute yourself and introduce everybody. Or introduce yourself, rather.
yeah, everybody else has already been introduced.
Everybody should be introduced at this point. Donna Presley, Donna's Wooden Art, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Glad I got to make it and glad I didn't miss anything yet because I really want to see this.
Yeah, I do too. But okay, I don't know which. Oh crap! I don't know which way the dang blade, because it's a reverse too. So some teeth are going to be going up. So which? Okay, the newbie in me is coming out. I can't. The teeth are so bloody small.
Run your finger across it.
Across it. That's a southern thing. No, I'm running my fingers across it, but I don't know because some of the teeth are
About
gonna,
the middle of the blade.
okay, they look to be okay. That let's just assume I'm doing it right.
Isn't it about 4 teeth are going up, and then something else, and then 4 going down? So it really doesn't make a difference, does it?
do you see a gap between the teeth, as far as like you see a lot of teeth in a gap, and then the rest of the teeth?
Okay, I'm knocking the broken blade out. Okay, this is wow. There is.
Look for the gap about 1 inch from the bottom.
Wow. These look more like crown tooth. I don't know.
Wasn't there supposed to be a mark or a different angle on the top of one of them to show you what the top was?
There is a slight wave in it, but I don't know if it's because it's a used blade.
You said those are also reversed, am I correct?
Yes, sir. Number 5.
I don't really know if it makes any difference which way they go up.
Okay.
Flying Dutchman, it might have a little kink at the top of the blade.
Yeah, there is a little kink. Okay, I thought it might have been a.
That's the top of the blade.
Oh, that's the top of the blade.
Yep, the kink's on the top.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I'm glad you told me that. Boy, let's see, I wasn't supposed to get any advice, but I probably needed that because this would have been disastrous.
Well, it wouldn't have been that bad. It just would have cut weird.
Which is what I do.
Well, I mean, sometimes you're used to controlling it a certain way, so you really won't be able to tell, I guess, that much.
Yeah, the reason why I'm going to load more than one blade is in case I butcher it and end up breaking blades. I'm only going to load 4, so it won't take forever to do that. And then we'll get going, by golly.
Are you going to do a test first, like on your test, like zigzags, whatever?
Test lab.
I should, but I want this to be funny if I screw it up. Which only sucks for the losing the wood, because...
Yeah, I just don't want to losing a nice piece of wood there, though.
Yeah, the smart thing would be to test it, but what can you do? Maybe I will test it. Dagnabbit.
Okay. John, do we have
Charlie,
a in here? We're showing 2 Johns.
I'm checking the advice over on the YouTube page there, and basically they're saying, like, check your blade, check for dimple. The best advice I've come up with so far is be smarter than the blade.
Oh, that's a blatant cut down. Okay. I don't need no enemies. See who my loyal friends are. All right. Yeah, that dimple helped. Now that I know which end that dimple goes on. My God, that's a start. Now, try not to give me any more advice, even though I probably need all kinds of advice outside of scroll sawing. Now, if spiral blades do break easier than flat blades because they flex in all directions, and y'all got to take in mind, I'm used to, if I'm doing this on a spiral blade, I'm used to moving around like this. So you're going to catch me probably hesitating before I got to turn.
You won't get very far.
Yeah, I'll find that out. And I don't know how Spanish cedar goes when it comes to burning. You know, you hear about certain words that burn, but guess we'll all find out together. I believe that's Spanish cedar. I don't want to swear on it and then be wrong. But I'm a little bit excited if this turns out even remotely good, because that opens up my options to smaller pictures, and I know that's like totally contradictory to the way I usually do things. But you know, the fact that you don't have to sand off fuzzies would be a big plus. And if I break all 4 of these, then I am guaranteed not meant to be a flat blade user. But if I get good at using these, that will also possibly subconsciously open up my mind to designing patterns that can use flat blades.
There you go.
That's not a promise, though, because you know my brain's unique, and we all know that. Let me turn off this fan over here because I'm gonna end up being real cold. Excuse me for reaching in front of y'all. All right, googly moogly, I'm nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. I tell you what. Oh God, we're already 30 minutes into the show. It's gonna be a hoot. It's gonna be a hoot. Take a swig of Dr. Pepper and get ready. By God. Oh, and if you ever want to make your shop texified, that's how you do it right there, baby. That's countrified shop right there. That'll be hanging in my bedroom here directly. But anyway, here directly. That wasn't redneck at all, was it? Boy, I'm totally going to be in my own way doing this. Lord have mercy on my soul. Slightly up, because I got to remember where the blade's coming through.
What you gonna start with first?
I'm thinking the O, because I'm used to starting in the middle of the pictures, but I guess, now don't advise me, but I'm thinking logic tells me to start with the smaller brittle things. Y'all can confirm or deny that, but that's where I'm going to start, is with the letters. Oh God, this is going to be a mess. Lord help me.
I'd start with a straight line myself.
Well, I understand that, but well, I don't know how to.
I would go with whatever large letter and then practice a little bit inside before you hit the line.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Lord have mercy. And if y'all have not seen when we had the show about the anatomy of a scroll saw, I also have a separate video on my channel about the anatomy of a scroll saw. I go into more detail about the Hegner, and you will see how this bottom blade holder is in there. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. Does that sound right to y'all? Because I don't know if flat and spiral sound the same.
Whoa.
Sounds good for spiral.
That should work.
Just try
All
and
right.
see, Charles. Try and see.
Sorry. Boy, the show just ended right there, didn't it? All right. But logic tells me to start with the little letters because that will be brittle, won't it?
Yeah, but if you want to just play with the blade and see how it cuts, I'd start with a big one and cut in the middle of it. Then go to your line.
All right, here goes nothing. Lord have mercy.
But logically, yeah, do your smaller letters first.
Okay, somebody note the time and date because...
Get to know your blade first.
Hi, Blade. I'm Charles. How you doing?
Introduce yourself.
Okay, I keep bumping the camera. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, are y'all able to see where the blade goes into the table? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The camera's shaking a little bit.
That's because I was adjusting it, but let me... Okay, I banged the wall and it did move. That's probably me hitting it, but I really... Oh, Lord, I'm so nervous. Okay, I'm going to try to adjust the light a little bit so there's a little less shadow. Is that good for y'all? Good, good.
In honor of yesterday's Star Wars Day, may the Force be with you.
And the 4th. By God. Today is Cinco de Mayo. Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Help me, Lord. I know for best results, I got to turn on the power, but that's when the magic starts, right? Okay. Now,
You going full speed?
yeah, I thought earlier about going slow, but I'm so used to cutting full speed. I just got to remember not to feed the piece in as fast as I would with a spiral. So, okay.
Hey, Charles. Hey, Charles. Russ made it into the chat.
Which Russ?
Clarity. Russ Clarity's over in the YouTube chat right now.
Tell him I love him and I'm thinking about him, and I've done showed off his crane, and that's how I'm doing this video. If there's any room on the panel, y'all are welcome to give him a link. I don't know if there might be room on the panel. Is there?
Which direction do you cut? Counterclockwise or clockwise? Or you don't really care?
With a spiral, I generally go clockwise, and I'm picturing myself going clockwise as well with a flat blade. And I am intentionally stalling because I got to sort of psych myself into this. And I know it seems silly that this dude's having to psych himself into using a flat blade, but I'll have a
Inhale or exhale when you're cutting?
What was that, Mark?
I said, do you inhale or exhale when you're cutting?
Probably a little of both.
Charlie, do you have a max on there of how many people can be on the panel?
10, including me, 9, 10 total.
I think you have 9 right now.
Okay, so if someone wants to let Russ know, he could join.
Russ, if you're on that group chat, I believe the link is in there if you want the panel, sir, but there are no obligations. I know you may be in and out because of what's going on at home.
He said he's on his phone. I don't know if that matters.
Okay, I don't know if it does or not. I've gotten on Hangouts from my phone. The connection's not always as good, but he's more than welcome to be on there.
He says he's not home. He's just watching on his phone.
Okay, if he wants to get on, he can. If not, that's completely fine as well. Okay, I'm not nervous at all. Yes, I am. We're good. Okay, for best results, hit power button. And I know, Mark, you advised practicing out here, but I'm just going to go for the gusto because I'm that
Go for it. Just go for it.
Okay, now oh, Lord. Lord. Let me make sure the volume on my headphones is up, so in case y'all laugh at me or ask questions, y'all probably won't ask any questions like, what the hell are you doing, Ish? Okay, it's going on. So far, so good. God, I really do need a magnifier. Oh, I'm finding that out right now. I cannot, there's too much shadow on this strap. That's a small enough blade I could probably make the turn. Most people do it much quicker. Oh, and monkey. I'm doing it, Mama, look! Nope, I already went wide. Dag blabbit. Well, that's definitely a small curve. I think I'm afraid to turn it too quickly, but I probably can get away with that.
You can.
Holy crap, and I'm actually somewhat staying on the line. Nope, right as I said that. I'm not nervous at all. We're good, we're good.
Twist that puppy.
Turn quickly. Oh. Okay. Okay. I feel like a kid getting to use a riding lawnmower for the first time.
Put it in here.
I already went off the line. God almighty.
The line is only a suggestion.
Yeah, but it's okay. You got me on that one.
You don't want to make a B look like a P, though.
Hey, blabbit, man, I am butchering this. Look at that. I need to redesign this where the notches are there so it looks like I followed it perfectly.
It's okay. There's only 3 million people watching that.
I wish. Yeah, I'm way off the line. Oh, my Lord. Good God on the stick, y'all. Oh, this. Come on, get back out of where I had you. Wow. Wow. I think whoever said earlier, I think John Cousins said I was going back to a spiral. That is very possible after this. Really? Good God, man. Okay. That means you've broken the clamp. Okay. Wow. This could be a 4-hour show. Look at how crappy that looks already.
But it didn't take long to get there.
Well, I'm totally gonna pretend that was a compliment. But
Yeah, you should take it that way. I've seen me with flat blades. It's just as bad.
Ross
I
is
cannot-
loving this.
Well, that's good. Golly, I think it's because I'm not turning quick enough. Is that y'all's guess? You know, be polite. Is it because I'm not turning the blade quick enough?
No, we were told not to give you advice. We're just being good back here.
No, it was a question and answer. It's not advice.
You said to keep our mouths shut.
No. I'm self-diagnosing. I'm thinking that, okay, over here, I didn't turn quick enough.
No, you don't.
No, I
wanna,
turned too quickly, and this one I didn't turn quick enough.
I don't think you want to only turn quick when you're doing like the really sharp corners.
Okay, then, yeah. Wow. Well, it is weird not seeing fuzzies on the bottom.
And when you're turning, you want to kind of pull on the wood a little bit, so it's pulling on the back of the blade.
I'll pretend I have a clue what that means, but thank you.
Well, pull the wood towards you when you're turning. When you pull it, it's not cutting because you're pulling on the back of the blade where there's no teeth.
So anybody that's new out there that's never used a spiral or a flat, I know your pain. Wow.
Does that make sense? To the panel, you got to pull on the wood when you're turning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Another thing is if you're not looking right exactly in front of the blade, but a little ahead of it, it helps too.
Okay, that's good advice. Okay. The main thing I'm concerned about is it breaking, but it's going to have wobbly lines. I've already established that. Look at that. That thing totally... Wow. Maybe by the last letter, I will have perfected it.
You should be able to use the right side of your blade as a sanding piece. There's a burge on the right side as you're looking at it.
Yeah, but I think I'm past sanding on the parts I've already screwed up. Now, here's the corner. Wow. If there's going to be any breakage, it'll probably be on them little letters. Thank God I have so much waste area to work with. Wow. 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 It definitely cuts smoother. I mean, I'll give you that. I'm not used to having to turn the piece.
Charles?
Yo. Wow.
Hold it down with one hand and steer with the other hand.
Yeah, I'm finding that out. Because most people will take the hold down foot off their scroll saw first thing. And you see I've already made it hop a few times. Looky there, I almost stayed on the line. Wow. Turn, baby, turn.
Put your left index finger about 1.5 inches away from the blade. And hold it down and steer with your right hand.
There you go.
Look how far off the line I am. Good God, man. Yeah, you call me a spiral user. That's embarrassing, dude. I wouldn't give this to a dog. Look how far off the line I'm going. What are y'all doing to me here? Wow. Why is it? I'm blaming it on the blade.
Designer kindling.
What the heck is going on here?
That looks like the Dallas Cowboys in the playoff game.
Hey.
Steve French said that you might want to attend one of Russ Clarity's scroll sawing class.
Oh, man, don't butter up their damn Russ. Sorry. Well, okay, folks, the first cut.
Yay, one down.
One down, and that is really down. Look how crapalicious that looks. My God, look at that. No, I'm not bragging. Thank you for the applause, but that's deplorable.
You did it without training wheels on the blade.
Oh my golly! Wow. This is
Charlie, you've been smaller for how long?
yesterday. No, I should probably keep practicing on the big letters. I started in '97. I know you were being facetious, but I did start in '97. Wow, wow, that is so wow. I wonder how many people are audibly laughing out loud right now.
About 4.5 million now.
I'm on mute, so you can't hear me.
Lord, Lord, Lord. Man, I might
Charles.
take up drinking after this. That is wow.
Charles, I bet you my lines would look the same as yours.
Well, that makes you feel a little better.
My lines would look just like that if I use spirals. So.
All right, in a future show, we're going to have Lee Nyden and/or John Shatner use a spiral. Oh, and I just realized I forgot to drill a pilot hole right there. Dag blabbit, I always forget one.
Russ says he's rolling on the floor laughing his ass off.
Yeah, tell him I love him too. And I can't challenge him because he's used both blades, and so has a few of y'all others. Rob Austin.
Steve French says the only people that are laughing are the ones that are watching.
Oh God! That's okay. Steve knew this was going to happen. That's why he wanted to show like this. Yeah, I'm just going to nibble away at that instead of trying to turn. I'm going to do it the cheater's way. Turn off the thing to turn it. And that's probably not good advice, but that's what I'm doing. Now let's try to stay on the line, Charlie. Oh, of course not. Well, I'm getting closer to the line. I'm consistently off the line. Wow. 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 Oh. I may frame this as the worst piece I've ever done. Well, I actually turned the corner without going off the line. Hey. Now where's that applause, dagnabbit? Okay, okay. Yeah, y'all are. Wow.
Remember, pull back up, pull in the wood when you turn.
I'm backing into that turn. I assume that's what a normal flat blade user would do.
Yeah, that'll work, but when you're turning tight, pull it.
How can you pull if you need to beat it?
Well, you don't want to turn.
Dag blabbit, I was doing so good. And somebody out there saying when. Lord have mercy. That, oh wow.
Twist it. There you go.
Hey, now let's see if we can do one straight line. No, I'm looking in the shadow. Once I get going on this line, if I could stay on the line and go straight, we're good.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't even get it started on the line. There we go. Good news is that I'm doing a straight line. Bad news is it's not on the line. But it was consistently off the line. I'd give myself that. Wow. Dude. I'm probably thinking about straight blades the way most people think about. Wow, that's not way off at all. Come on!
It's a new font.
We'll call it Funkalicious. Wow! Can I blame any of this on the burr? Yeah, that puppy does not want to stay on that line. I'm also starting to understand why people want red lines in their patterns. I'm losing the blade on the line. I wonder how many are laughing with me and how many are laughing at me. That one is,
Oh, they're all locked.
now, I know y'all, my instinct tells me to fix where I went off the line here, but y'all might be thinking, oh, don't worry about it, but I feel like I have to. That O is atrocious. Oh, you pooper. Well, that's 2 blades broken. Y'all don't... Wow.
Hey, Charles.
I only got 4 loaded up. Yes, sir.
Before you cut the next ladder, zoom in a little closer so you can see the line better.
Okay. I'll try. Let me get over to my controls here. Wow.
Try slowing your speed down this time.
Well, I'll just screw up slower.
No, you might be surprised. Go by halfway.
Man, I knew. Wow. I don't know what to say.
You've never been speechless.
That's funny. That's funny. But that's true.
Early and thinking you need to go with an 02 rather than a number 5.
Or number 1.
I have a 2-aught. That's the only other blade I have.
A 2-aught spiral? That's awesome.
Not a spiral. I can't even get a 2-aught spiral to work in this saw. 3 is the smallest I can go. Wow, 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 wow.
Maybe you need to get an RBI.
Man, I went in there to fix that spot and I never cut it completely off, but I'm gonna break it off. Go with an RBI. Shoot.
Apparently,
Okay.
Seiko's out.
Okay. Wow. I'm glad this isn't going to anybody specific. I could actually probably do a goofy giveaway of this Charlie's first attempt at a spiral one. After I die, it might be worth money. I mean, a flat blade. I'm giving myself too much credit there. Does anybody else chew at it like this, like I'm doing right now?
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Good, good. I'm not completely off. Okay. Okay, we can try another straight line, folks. I really need a magnifier. Can I blame it on that? Wow, wow. I barely got going and it went off the line. Stay. Oh, wow. I almost stayed on the line there, folks.
There you go. Good turn.
I did. Oh, well, that wasn't. I only went like an eighth of an inch past the line there.
Use the back of the blades as a pivot point.
That's what Mark was trying to say, probably. As my wife would say, I listen so well. Wow. Come on. This is a hoot. That was almost perfect. Almost. Oh, I was so close to staying on the line for that one, too. And of course I did. Wow. Okay, I have a newfound respect for you flat blade users. Wow.
Charlie, do like a full loop around.
A what?
Do like a full loop around. Kind of do like a full circle before you come back into that line. If you don't want to make that sharp turn.
Oh. You mean like you would with a zero-turn mower?
Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, you just go down past the line and then circle back around so you're going straight at the incoming cut.
That's what I've been trying to do, it's just not working out that way. God, I still gotta do the little letter. Holy crap, I stayed on that little short line.
All right.
Wow.
You need to get that book for beginners by John Nelson.
No. Oh, I do know that I stayed on the line for that one. That one little curve out of all of them, I had stayed on the line.
There you go.
And I used the back of the blade there. Oh, and I went way off. I got it the way through. Oh, of course. Whose dumb idea was it for me to do this stuff? Seriously.
Did you slow your speed down at all? Or are you still going full blast?
I'm still going full blast. Hey, I'm staying on the line.
You're getting better, Charles. You're getting a lot better.
Where? It's up to there. Wow. You're, if I had to be serious for 2 seconds, I think as each letter goes, I might slightly get better, but maybe I'm just looking for positive. And I turned my fan off, and I'm really needing it right now, so I'm gonna turn that back on. Woo!
Well, it's just like scrolling for the first time. I mean, it's practice, practice, practice. You're not going to get everything perfect, you know, the first time through. I've been scrolling for 30 years, and I still don't have it perfect.
I want to be perfect. Okay, should I try one of the small letters here, or just keep going with the big ones?
Small ones are just like the big ones. Just cut the line.
Yep, I said go for it.
Oh, go for it? Okay.
Yeah, you're doing good.
This ought to be a hoot because that's even curlier. Oh, Lord. I need to change the wording of this sign. Hope is getting a flat blade to work. Oops, wrong way. Okay, I'm used to a spiral. That shadow is really messing with me. I definitely need to invest in a magnifier. Okay, I'm using the back of the blade to pivot.
There you go.
Not nearly as quickly as some people would do.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Turn your speed down just a little bit, about a quarter of the way.
Fine.
There you go.
Now I'll just mess up slower. Maybe. Okay, okay. Oh. Is my hand in the way at any point? No.
No, you're good.
Are you cutting on the inside of that circle?
Trying to.
All right, yeah. Don't do the outside of it, so you're less fragile. So.
Yeah, right when you said that, I went off the line. I think I get distracted easily. Oh, wow. Oh, I thought I was going off the line. I wouldn't. Go right at the end. I'm going to go ahead and finish off that tail so I can get past the brittle part. That's just me. Oh, way off the line there. Oh, that shadow's really playing heck with me. Wow, wow, dude, whoa. That should be a big old wide curve on there. Wow. Wow. Okay, this thing should be brittle as heck. Come on! I'm telling it to go on the line, and it's going 3 feet outside of it.
It's called artistic modification.
Okay, I done screwed that one up. It's gonna break. Unless I compensate on the other end. Let me go ahead and finish that line. Oh, another turn. Oh, you pooper. See, that's a piece destroyed.
If you had a smaller blade, it wouldn't have done that.
Oh. Well, what do? Do I just scrap it now and say, ha ha, there it was?
No, keep going. Keep going.
Well, I done
Keep
butchered it.
practicing.
Yeah, it's practice wood.
This is terrible. Somebody call my mama.
Blew it.
I knew I could count on one of y'all.
This show is a lesson for you, not a lesson for us, buddy.
Yeah, I just don't know where the lesson was. Like,
Do you not have a smaller blade?
I do have a 2/0, but I was told I should probably use a bigger. And now that fan is too cold. I do have. Well, I bumped the camera, didn't I? No, I didn't. I have a 2/0 blade, but I think the problem isn't the blade, it's the way I'm using it. That's total guesstimation because I've never done this before. So let me start out in the corner. Wow, I did not realize how hard this was going to be. There's so many flat blade users out there right now laughing at me. No, we feel when you want to use the dang spiral. I am getting better at using the back of the blade to turn or to pivot.
There you go.
I stayed on the line. Can you believe that? Ow.
Wipe it.
Wipe it. Sweet man. Wow, I stayed on that line.
You got any comments on the line?
Probably not family friendly. Is it normal to break number 5 blade like that? Anybody?
What was that?
Is it normal to break number 5 blades that easily?
No.
Thanks. You were supposed to take my feelings into consideration. No, never mind. I appreciate the honesty.
Do they break or do they just come out from your upper clamp?
They break right at the clamp. They're not coming out. They're breaking off. You know, it's already 8:30. Do y'all really think I should try to do this whole thing on a live show?
Do at least one more small letter.
Well, that's a hoot because the next small letter is an S. That's going to be a hoot.
Do the O.
Well, the O is in 2 pieces, and that would be kind of boring.
Okay. Do the Y.
Where's the Y? There's not a Y.
Oh.
I fell for that one.
Do the G.
Okay. The G. There's not a G. Oh, that G. Well, that's in 2 pieces. No, I'm just going to do the S. I can't believe I've already been doing this an hour. I'm definitely sticking with spiral blades.
Well, the consensus in the outside chat is the blade is too big. It would be a lot easier if you had a smaller blade.
Okay, that's good to know. But as far as the show already being at an hour, I'm afraid to continue on the sign. I didn't think it would take this long.
I'm not sure if a smaller blade really helps.
Yeah, I think the problem is me going off the line more so than.
I feel it would be a little easier to control. Number 5 blade is pretty aggressive to throw small cuts.
Yeah, especially on 1/4 inch thick wood.
And softwood.
That's another thing I haven't been doing is going slow. I've been you see how I whip it around those turns? I haven't been going very slow.
Well, you're getting a lot better with the turns.
Thank you. Holy crap, this letter might actually work.
But a combination of the larger blade plus your thin feeder, you're going to end up breaking something.
I'm feeding it slower, and I think that better results so far.
Lion Dutchmen are pretty well known for their aggressiveness anyway.
Yeah. I know Sterling Davis did a video. Well, I went off the line. Did a video not too long ago, and he tried Vegas blades and loved them. Wow, I can't. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Now, I'm pretty sure that there's a good consensus out there that is content. They would like to see the whole sign done, but I'm pretty confident it would take way too long to do.
You can finish it during the week and show us next Friday night.
I'll finish it with a spiral and say, look, I got real good.
Maybe kind of different.
And that's the hoot. I expected to do a little better than this, but I'm not mad at myself. It's the first time I've ever done it. But yeah, I'm definitely a spiral man.
Hey Ross, hey Charles, the YouTube channel wants to see you throw a spiral and see how much better you are at it.
Oh, heck yeah, that's a good idea.
There you go.
There you go. We'll
Yeah, we
whoop
can do a
it.
comparison of the two.
Yeah, watch me break 1,000 of them.
Didn't take them long to agree to that, did it?
No, it did not. And I'm glad y'all said that, because you'll see. I say that you'll see, but if this blade breaks, I got to run grab another one. But that's a very good idea to compare the difference in what I'm used to and what I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna go with I'll start with the P. I'm really glad whoever suggested that.
I think you're relieved more than glad.
That too. I'm gonna try positioning my light to where the shadow isn't as severe either. Okay.
After watching this, I think I'm going to put a flat blade in a project and try it just to see if I'm as bad as what I think I am.
Charles, you can thank Sterling for that one, eh?
Thank you so much, Sterling.
Mike, be seconded that one.
Okay, I'm gonna now because I've been trying to train myself to turn, I got to train myself back to not turning. Now I'm gonna turn the speed all the way up. I'm gonna do a big letter and a little letter. Look at that, staying on a straight line with a spiral blade.
Oh, look how.
Now I feel like I'm at home.
I don't see much difference on the two.
Well, nothing else will go quicker.
What size blade spiral is that?
I want to say number 5. I went slightly off the line there just for the sake of honesty. Yeah, I'm pretty confident it's a number 5. I'm just going to finish the P and then do the N, and then I'll stop. That way the show doesn't run long, at least not with watching me. We can chat a little bit if anybody wants to. Yo.
See what you can do to fix that with the spiral.
I can probably fix it, but it'll be oversized.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't realize how much you can fix after using the spiral as a scraper.
Yeah, when y'all see me going back and forth like this, I'm getting rid of a little bitty blade. That's a little bit late, I guess if I'm going to teach what I'm doing with a spiral blade, you'll notice when I get close to the end of a cut that I'm actually stopping feeding and letting the flex come out of the blade if I'm going to try to teach anything on this show. So watch when I get towards the end of a cut, and you'll see my hands stop moving, but the blade will slightly move. Now this is a curly key, which is hard with any blade. After I do this in, I'll try to fix the go ahead and finish that curly fuse so I don't break it.
Pretty good at that, Charles.
Thank you. I'm using the blade as a little mini sander right here. When you come to a point like this, you definitely will probably find yourself using it as a mini sander. When arrows like that. Okay, so that's the P and the N. That comparably looks much better in my opinion than the H and the O.
About 10 times faster, too.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try to repair that O, but I don't know how much better we're going to get on that. Okay. Again, anytime y'all see me going back and forth, it's me trying to get rid of a little wave. There's not a whole lot I can do on that the exterior of that O where I went off, so I have to beat away at it. Well, I definitely have more respect for you flat blade users, I'll tell you that. And that's me repairing the L, and I think the O looks much better than it did. It's not perfect, but so yeah. Now while I move my webcam back to the desk, y'all are welcome to laugh and joke and cut up. Yes, sir.
Charles, I appreciate you doing this demonstration, and I appreciate you being a good sport and taking the jabs that we're giving you.
Oh no, I expected it because that's how my friends are, and I mean that as a compliment. And I appreciate y'all sitting through it. I'm really glad that suggestion was made to switch to the spiral so people can see that somebody that's used to it can switch that quickly and compensate. I can't believe how much quicker it went with the spiral. Okay, bear with my dizziness here. Lord, if anybody ever asked me to do that again, I might have to.
I'm glad you keep showing us that Oklahoma Sooners Longhorns.
That's funny. That's really funny right there.
Steve French says all is right again in the scroll world.
Oh! Yeah. Oh wow, that was a hoot. I really appreciate y'all sitting through that, and I hope. Well, no, I don't know what I was gonna say. I hope that was entertaining. I mean, because the show's not only entertainment, but I'm no longer presenting. I don't think. I really hope. I can't say it enough. I'm very glad that the person, I believe you said it was Sterling, suggested switching to a spiral, because that really shows you when you're used to something, switching over can be a booger. That's a hoot, though. Wow. I cannot believe. I thought it would be a little easier than that.
I think you did a good job myself.
I appreciate it, mister.
I'll second that.
Now, when y'all say that, what are you basing that on? I'm not fishing for compliments. I'm curious.
I'm basing it on when you do that with a flat blade, it's like somebody learning to scroll from the very beginning. And I know how much trouble I had from the very beginning, and I think you did a good job.
Well, I can't believe y'all stuck with it if it was that much of a pain in the butt.
Well,
It's like
but the first time you ever used a spiral blade, wasn't it a pain?
I don't remember, to be honest. Yeah, I can't remember what I ate for supper last night, but that was a learning experience. I mean, if I'm giving feedback, I didn't realize how much quicker I went with a spiral until Sterling suggested that. But I think with practice, I mean, y'all saw, maybe I'm floating my own boat and hoping, but I think the more letters I did, at least the big ones, I was getting better at staying on the line, or at least consistently being off of it. So if I had to find a shining light in the straight blade, it was that I think the further I went, I started to get a little bit better. Unless I'm bullying myself, anybody's welcome to disagree with me politely.
Well, I agree with Paul. I just think it's a learning curve. You know, you've never done it before. You know, I've never scrolled with a spiral. I did. I tried using a spiral, couldn't do anything with it. But I will accept anybody to challenge me to a spiral blade cutting. If they want to send me a pattern to cut, I will cut it and record it and use it for a video.
Okay, I will send you, and I believe you and Lee Knighton are the only ones that aren't spiral users, right?
I don't use
Yes.
Okay, so I'll send this.
I have them though. I got them right here, Charlie.
Okay.
Right in my hand.
Now I'm gonna have to take your word for it that you've never used one. John said he used one a long time ago.
It was quite a while ago. I've used one.
So I will send Carl Taylor one, Lee Knighton one. And when I say one, I'm talking about the design. I can't sell it because I promised Keith Fenton I wouldn't. But I will send y'all. Well, I feel bad because there might be people out there that want that design, but it's for the sake of comparing with spiral blades, the exact same design I worked on. But I don't know. How do I work this? I don't know, dagnabbit.
Well, you said you wouldn't sell them, but you can give them away.
Yeah, but and I mean this with all due respect to your suggestion, it's still sort of the same premise. But I think 2 or 3 people, for the sake of videos, first time spiral, I think anybody would understand that.
All right, I have some word designs that I've done. I'll pick one of those and do one.
Alrighty,
do a video on it and go from there.
Good deal. Yeah, I probably do need to respect my word to keep, and I'll send y'all something. But I don't have a whole lot of simple designs except for word and word. Simple.
I'll find something, sir.
Alrighty.
I'll find a cross or something. I got something I'll cut. But
alrighty. Is Russ Clarity still laughing in the outside chat?
No, I think he left.
Okay. Well, I hope the viewers found that entertaining, as well as, I can't think of the other word I want to use.
Well, there was one suggestion: you should change it to Charles's happy hour or fun time hour.
Something, man, wow.
Hey, Charles, I got an idea.
Yo.
Somebody go to my website and pull off a pattern, use a spiral blade, send me a picture of it, and I'll send them one of your CDs.
Okay, I didn't catch that. That's
somebody go to my website, download one of my patterns, send me a picture of it, send you a picture of it, and I'll send them one of your CDs.
Okay. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, my brain's going 30 different directions. Lee, I love you to death, but you're really bad about showing stuff to the camera when the camera's not on you. So that distracts me. So I got the camera on you now if you're showing something.
Oh, I said I'll cut this one.
Oh, the one of these military cross. That's cool.
Yeah. I'll do one in spiral. See how it goes.
Okay, and both y'all have YouTube channels. Y'all want to repeat your YouTube channels again? I'll start with Carl, and I'll go to you, Lee.
My YouTube channel is Scroll Saw and Woodworking Videos. My website is scrollsawvideo.com.
Okay. Will you have the video on your website? Because Scroll Saw Video is probably easier to remember.
All my patterns are free, so somebody just download one.
Oh, it's for somebody else to cut. I thought you were going to cut one with. I thought you were going to cut something with a spiral chicken.
I'd rather watch somebody else.
All right, I hear you. Okay, Lee Knighton, do you have a YouTube channel, or you just, how would you show people?
I don't have one yet. Maybe I'll set one up.
Hey,
Okay,
Charles, I've never cut with a spiral either, so I'll find something and I'll cut it and I'll put it on my YouTube channel.
All right, appreciate that. John P.A. Cousins, do we have anything? Excuse me. Do we have anything going in the comments or questions?
It's you on how you should slow down, maybe change your blade to a smaller blade.
Okay, so well, I noticed slowing my feed rate helped a little bit as well. So
Yeah, just information, just a better handle on blades, I guess.
Yeah. I need to not give
We're
up.
stuck
I mean,
anyway,
I know. Go ahead. I need to not. Okay, I need to not give up because that was my first attempt. But you know, it's an ironic analogy, but it's one of those. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, since I somewhat successful with spiral blades, I'm wondering, you know, is it worth the effort to go to a flat blade? I mean, what do y'all find the benefit of a flat blade over a spiral blade to be, besides not having to sand afterwards?
You can get perfectly square corners.
That's true.
Yeah, but you can get awful close with a
spiral.
Yeah, with a spiral, what I'll do, okay, the camera's on me. When I get to a corner, I will just very lightly jerk the piece, and it'll pop a little kerf into that corner inside. Now, I'm not saying that's as tight or as perfect as a flat blade, but I know I've heard flat blades are better for straight lines. But I don't know. I can't say it enough. I'm very glad Sterling suggested the spiral blade in the same video, same show, because that really showed you which one I'm more comfortable, more familiar with, because that went much quicker.
Well, Sterling's got a thing out in the chat. It says you're judging yourself on 3 letters. Do the alphabet, then do it again, and it'll get better.
That's true. Thank you, Sterling. No, I'm not mad at myself, because I know it was, you know, one project and trying to squeeze it within an hour. So I didn't think it would go that slow, but you know, such is the luck. But
hey, Charlie, why don't you try doing a few more letters on your own without the pressure of the camera, and bring it back next week just to see how you did and let us know what happened?
Will do. And I would like to think that at least my friends, if not the viewers, trust me enough to promise you that I will not use the spiral in that experiment you just suggested. Yeah, it's just going to take practice, and so yeah. We still have 34 viewers. I hate ending a show when we got so many viewers, dagnabbit. And there's no law saying I have to. And Rush Clarity isn't here to need a nap, so he won't get mad at me if I keep going.
Yeah, I got to run, so I'll talk to you later, Charlie.
All righty, Paul. I'm sorry if I kept you past your bedtime.
No, you haven't done that yet. So okay. Talk to you later.
Thank you for being on, Paul.
Yeah.
Night, Paul.
Night.
Well, we can touch on the topics that people wanted next week, but maybe I should hold off till next week to bring them up. But they talked about scrolling different materials as well as different woods. But well, we're not getting. Well, I guess I didn't leave a lot of room for questions by what I just did, because it's mainly feedback, and it's deeply appreciated. Does anybody know wood well enough to know if I was correct in that being Spanish cedar?
Not with this light.
Yeah.
You can't see green or anything with it.
Yeah, I got fluorescent light and.
Can't tell, Charlie.
All right, so
Does it smell kind of peppery?
it really has not much smell at all.
It's probably just cedar.
Lick it and see.
Well, it doesn't smell like cedar. I ain't gonna lick it.
Lick it.
I'm just goofy enough to lick it, but I don't know what cedar tastes like, so it wouldn't be any good. I licked it.
Salt.
Yeah, it does taste kind of unique. I
Tastes
can't believe
like
I.
chicken.
Oh, I need to spit that out. Whee! Woo! Okay, Charlie licked wood on the air at the same time. Not okay. I'm just gonna stop there. Wow. Okay. I don't have a clue what to say. God, I don't want to end the show with 33 dang viewers. What do y'all want to talk about? Come on.
Up topic for next week.
I'm just the host. Well, next week, everybody wanted to talk about, or a suggestion was about different materials you can cut and wood. But if we talk about that tonight, then we gotta think of something new for next week. I got no problem staying on here for 8 hours if I need to. I'm trying to be funny, but I don't mind talking about that topic. If anybody in the outside chat and anybody on the panel doesn't mind talking about it, I'll just let people know that we talked about it so they can watch this after it's been live.
Hey, let's try to say that for next week and see if we can get Steve to come on to cut one of those coins.
Steve, good?
Good. Yeah, that'd be a good show.
You said save that for next week, so Steve's not here right now, though.
We can volunteer him, can we?
Well, I can ask him.
You could ask him if you don't mind.
I can, but right this second I can't because that's short notice. Okay, is there anybody on the panel?
Maybe sleeping.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about sleeping because you've seen, if you look at the clock in the background on most of his videos, they're 12, 1, 2 in the morning. And I know Rob, from talking to Rob, he keeps them late nights at times.
Every night.
Yeah. And I definitely keep late nights. But is there anybody on the panel or the watch page, since there are 32 viewers, is there anything you would like to discuss other than the topics that were already brought up for next week? Or you can ask questions and offer advice to anybody to anything. And if you want me to end the show, I'll do that. I mean, I know everybody's saying it's your show, do what you want, but I value the panel members and the viewers. If y'all want it to keep going, by God, we'll keep going.
Katie asked, "What's the hardest wood to cut?"
I think it's Africanized ebony, but I could be wrong.
Ipe.
Ironwood, Purple Heart.
Ipe.
Ipe, I've never even heard of that. How do you spell that?
Yeah, now you got me.
That was a pop quiz.
It's IPE.
IPE, yes.
I would have
I've
just
cut
called
ironwood. That's strong stuff.
Osage Orange, also known as Bodark. I was trying to say it the way it was spelled. Bodark. Yeah, Osage Orange is very hard as well. And believe it or not, I'm not used to cutting 1/4-inch wood. I'm used to cutting 3/16-inch wood, but it's not that far off.
Well, Charlie, if we don't have anything else going, I'm going to drop off, and I got a treadmill waiting for me.
Well, dagnabbit, we have all kinds of stories to talk about after the show goes off. You can't chat and treadmill at the same time.
I could probably hold a cell phone up there, but yeah, I got to get up for our class tomorrow morning.
All righty, buddy. I appreciate you being on, and if you can't go to sleep or whatever, try it. This room might still be open. Probably not live, but it may still be open. If you're welcome to come on back if you want to. Sorry, I was using the wrong hand.
Check back. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You guys have a good night.
Yep. Good night, Rob.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right. Still got 33 viewers, dagnabbit. Somebody's got to want to talk about something.
Katie asked you if anyone's ever tried a wood called persimmon.
Persimmon? Or
Persimmon?
whatever. I've never even heard of it, so no. Or maybe it's persimmon. Maybe it's one of those things that I don't know what the hell they I've never even heard of that wood, but One wood I think is pretty is lace wood, and also zebra wood speaks for itself. If the
Zebra wood stinks.
really,
That stuff smells like poo when you're trying to cut it.
I love the look and the color of bloodwood.
I've got a fair amount of bloodwood. It's a little on the hard side too. So it's purple heart. They both burn pretty easy.
Yeah, purple heart is definitely hard. I've never tried. Oh, I've tried it, but well, I remember one time when I double stacked. It ended up being an inch thick, 2 half-inch pieces of walnut, and that, at least with a spiral blade, it was having all kinds of trouble cutting through it. I definitely, my projects I prefer to do thin wood because it goes quicker and you can stack cut more. Is there anybody on the outside chat that would like to be on the panel? But you must have a cam and a microphone. So with all due respect, it just keeps this show going smoother. Really?
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
So, Brad Matthews asked, other than the scroll saw, what tools do you use most when scroll sawing?
Well, when it comes to scrolling, the only other thing I can use is needle files and sandpaper. One of my quick tip videos shows me of how you can use a palm sander on fret work and not tear it all to heck. Is if you save as many waste pieces as you can, it creates a broader surface for that sander to go across. But you do end up using needle files to get in the little quirks. But as far as scrolling goes, other than drilling the pilot holes, I drill all my pilot holes with a hand drill because as large as I do my projects, I can't get them inside of a normal throat on a drill press. So
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Other than a scroll saw, for me, it's really just a drill.
Yeah. Yeah, the fuzzies are about the only negative of a spiral blade, in my opinion, having used them for 20 years. But is there? I guess there's nobody in the YouTube chat that wants to be on the panel.
Oh, I asked Sterling, and he's like, "Oh, he's got to go to bed right now."
How are you?
Robert Evans asked, has anyone did inlays with their scroll saw?
I have not tried it, but I've seen Steve Good has done it, and a guy named, this is another guy, I don't even know how he's doing these days. He goes by Country Scroller on YouTube. I encourage y'all to check him out. He's a young kid. This is not a cut down to him, but when I call him a young kid, he's very young. I believe he's high school age or just above it, and he's done some good videos regarding inlay. So there again, check out Country Scroller. I've not tried it. But that's another example of something that probably works and looks better with a flat blade. But I would probably just have to adjust the angle of the table for me to try it. But I'm too scared to try it so far. But I think it can look good if you do it right.
We should try and get somebody in to do inlays on the show.
Yeah, if I can get a hold of God, I can't remember his name to save my life, because when I see I want to say Dustin, but
yeah, I think that's Dustin was his brother, I think.
No, yeah, and sadly his brother passed away, and that broke my heart.
Oh, now I know who you mean. What is his name? I know who he is. I can't think of his name though.
Maybe weren't their names kind of similar, like Justin and Dustin? I could be way off.
Something like that, yeah.
And man, Dustin was a great guy. I broke my heart when I found out he passed away. Country Scroller. God, what is his name? I don't even know if it's mentioned. It's probably mentioned on the introduction of one of his videos. I'm just doing a live show, so I can't go look. But yeah, maybe I should try to get him on at some point to do inlay, unless his life has gone a different direction. I don't know. I'm a terrible friend because I should be keeping in touch with him because he's always been a great guy. And I love seeing young people. When I first got into the scroll sawing community in '97, the youngest one I knew of was Weldon Maxey. He also has a YouTube channel. I believe it's his name is his name. I could be wrong on the name of the channel, but his last name is spelled Maxcy, I believe. and first name Leldon, and that's if you're interested
I
in
haven't seen
seeing.
Walton for
Go ahead, John.
I didn't for a while.
I haven't seen him post a video in a while. I know he's still alive and active. Excuse me. I know he does a lot of cuttings for the Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts magazine. I mean, even if somebody else designed it, I've seen his name under the cutting for a lot of them. Okay, let me ask y'all this. It was just me and John Cousins when I was doing the live how to do a pattern thing. All I ask is that y'all try to show as much respect as possible and you're critiquing, but what are y'all's views on the Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts magazine?
Are we still live?
Magazine.
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay.
And the people in the outside chat on YouTube are more than welcome to give their feedback as well, if you can try to monitor that, John. Now, what John and I said were we would like to see more diverse projects, and they are getting good at doing more diverse projects, but I feel like they still try to lean towards the beginner, and I could be wrong because I don't study every magazine. And I'd also like to see them use more designers, and that's not disrespectful to the designers that are in there, because I always use that terminology, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So if they have designers in there that are getting them sales of their magazine, then I understand that business-wise. But I also see some that are getting more than one design in the same magazine. It has nothing to do with me being a designer. It's me as a consumer of the magazine. I would like to see more designers, but I have seen some new names in there. I'm glad to see that. But does anybody have any kind of critique or something they'd like to see, or that they're completely happy with it?
Well, as far as me personally, I haven't bought a magazine from them in about 3 years.
Is there a family-friendly reason why not?
Well, there's a reason, but I won't discuss it live on air.
Okay. God, now you got me curious. I haven't gotten to know Mindy Kinsey, I believe is her name, the editor. I was very good friends with Shannon Flowers way back when. I'm pretty sure Bob Duncan is still on the staff. Dustin and Dylan. Dylan was a country scroller. Now, again, you're welcome to speak up if people are talking. Just shut me up. You don't have to always type it, but I understand the respect of typing it. But anyway, Dylan is country scroller. If y'all want to check him out. I totally got distracted by the barking dog. What was I talking about? The magazine. Does anybody in the outside chat have any kind of critique of the magazine, or compliment, comment, critique, anything?
No, nothing yet.
They print on quality paper.
Okay, Carl is clearly biased against them for some reason, but let's get from a more generalized audience. Does anybody have any kind of critique of them? Everybody I've associated with on the staff is great to work with.
No, I do like their chat forum that they have. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and sadly, I have not been in that forum in a long time. Dylan is the one who passed away. Dustin is the one who is the country scroller. Thank you, Mark Sherman, for correcting me. So nobody in that outside chat has any kind of critique or comments or compliments on the, the magazine?
Yeah, I happened to pull up episode 84 as their inlays.
Yeah, on Country Scroller.
Yep.
He does one of Waylon Jennings' logo. I mean, that's like a double.
Yeah, that's the one I pulled up here.
Again, Lee, all due respect, anytime you want to show something on the camera, you got to let me know so I can put the camera on you. That way
Yeah, I was just saying.
That way you're not wasting your time.
I was just saying I picked up summer issue for them just to take a look at it, and it looks pretty good.
I stay subscribed to them because, you know, they are the only big magazine, and you know, I'm trying to get. I need to, you know, I've been trying to help promote y'all. Unfortunately, I only do it on the show, and I'm admitting to that. I don't do it often enough as far as not being on the show and doing it. But I can see y'all going places. I mean, because everybody learns as they go, and I haven't seen any complaints. Y'all now offer it in PDF, and I don't think a major magazine does that. So that's definitely a selling point, in my opinion. So can anybody see the YouTube chat? Because surely somebody out there has an opinion of the magazine.
I'm looking at the chat, Charlie. Trying to read back.
All right.
I'm trying to see.
Well, Mark Sherman, do you have an opinion or a comment, compliment, critique?
About what?
Okay, so he's been paying attention.
I was looking at that video for Dustin and Dylan. So.
Oh, no problem. It's Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts magazine, and again, it's merely critique, constructive criticism. I'm not saying you have to kiss their hiney or slam them. I'm just saying.
Oh no, I really like that magazine. So yeah.
Do you have any? Is there anything you would change about it if you could?
No, I think they get a wide variety of patterns in there between Intarsia and fine line puzzles, stuff like that. So it's they got a good variety of the entry level to advanced. So.
Well, that, and as I was saying to John Cousins on the last live show we did, they only have so much space they can use in a magazine. They have to try to squeeze what they can into the magazine. So when I give her my critiques, it's not a slam on the magazine. I just different things I'd like to see, and they probably get feedback all the time. But I was saying earlier that I'd like to see a more diverse projects, but I probably need to rescind that because they do have a diverse projects. And not myself not included. I'm not implying anything about myself, but I would like to see more designers experimented with in the magazine. But there again, they may have the standards they're looking for in designers, and if they see what they like, they keep it. But that's that's me trying to maintain respect while still offering suggestions or critiques, because I have nothing against the magazine or the people running it. So I'm guessing the outside chat's pretty just talking about their own thing.
I'm interested to see if anyone on the outside. Yeah. Whoop. Go ahead. I was interested to see if anyone on the outside chat has any opinions on Scroller's Choice. What you guys think we can do?
That's a good point.
Seeing it. For upcoming issues, even if you have theme ideas, because we do themes. For instance, the Support Our Troops issue. This year, I think we have a firefighter issue, which is a firefighter, EMT, paramedic. So it's like a first responder issue.
Yeah, kind of like a tribute thing.
Yeah, so if you guys have any ideas for themes, even if you want to put them in the chat so we can see them, that'd be good too.
Okay, I'm looking at the outside chat now, so I hear you, Al Forte. I know y'all are listening. I just you should change the name of your show to Charles's Comedy Hour. Thank you, Joseph. Sometimes it's voluntarily, sometimes it's not. Oh look, never mind. I won't say it on camera.
Hey Lee.
Yeah.
How about a magazine dedicated to anything with an engine? Car, boat, airplane,
that would
tank.
work. It's right up my alley. Got lots of cars.
Miter Mike wants to know if he gets that issue for free if he shows his ID. And Mikey B says he likes to cut crosses and he thinks they're pretty popular. And I found that too, Mikey B. That was another DVD winner, I believe. I found that too. Almost anywhere, unless you live in a satanic town, crosses do well. I know that sounded comical, but they just seem to do pretty well. A lot of people collect crosses as well. Lee Knighton, another suggestion is American Indian issue, and I kind of like that either. I love country and Native American themes. Oh, and Al Forte wants a free issue, and Joseph Poindexter saying a religious issue would be good. So that might have been what Mikey V was implying. Sterling Davis saying I should do a landscape DVD, landmarks and old barns. That was in my list, Sterling, but as far as feedback, most people wanted to see animals, and I'm wondering if I should do a long-haired animal one next, or jump into the landscapes, or like landmarks like old barns, because I love doing old barns.
Oh no, you should do like tortoises and turtles and reptiles and amphibians.
I'll eventually probably get around to everything, but I'll admit, and this is not a complaint, as much as people were asking for the animal DVDs, when I put one out, I've only sold 2. So they may have wanted longer haired animals or something. I don't know, but it's also maybe because not everybody's interested. You know, I just got to accept that, and maybe I flooded the market. I truly don't know. And I'm the same way, Katie. I like doing pretty much all animals.
Hey, Joseph, good to see you again, buddy.
And I definitely encourage all of y'all to check out the Scroller's Choice magazine, because just like the big magazine, they listen to feedback, probably more so in the sense that they're a smaller organization and they can address it quicker. That's not to say the bigger magazine. The bigger magazine has to listen to the masses as to what they produce and what works and what doesn't. Miter Mike is telling me the reason why I'm reading these out is for people that aren't seeing it live. Miter Mike is saying, just do Charles' facial expressions. That will sell off the shelves. I do a few of those. Charles, what is the URL? URL of what, Al? Because I've talked too much. I don't know which subject you're talking about. Oh, Lee and I just did the one for Scroller's Choice. For my DVDs, you would have to look under my last few videos in the description of the video. Otherwise, I don't know what you're referring to, sir. I believe if anybody's interested, go ahead.
Religious. We haven't done a religious one, but the Christmas one tends to have a lot of religious stuff in it because it's Christmas. And then the Easter and the spring one tend to have a lot of crosses and stuff. So both Christmas and Easter, we just plain religious. If you guys want, we could. But usually Easter and Christmas have their religious stuff in them.
Yeah, I could see the benefit to both. You know, having ones of. Ken McCrory is asking if it's a paper magazine or just online. It's. I should let him answer this, but since I know the answer, it's you can get it in PDF format or paper. It's your preference. Sorry that I didn't let you answer that, Lee or John. Sterling Davis says, I'm a big fan of Cage Cove, Gatlinburg. Sorry.
One thing on that, though, Charlie. It's only if you're in the U.S. for print. So you can't ship to you right now. We're working on it, but if you're outside the U.S., it's just pretty good. All right.
All righty. Thank you for that. Sterling Davis says, I'm a big fan of Cage Cove and Gatlinburg. And I got to scroll up because it moved. You could do a whole book on their structures and old homesteads and barns, and I would buy it. Thank you, Sterling. A lot of people don't know this. I have 14 ebooks on my website, woodenvisions.com. If you go to the pattern section, I have 14 ebooks, and one of them is has a lot of old barns in it. And maybe not the specific one you're referring to, but if you are interested, the ebooks on average, I believe, hold 4 or 5 patterns, and they're only $9.99. So you're saving a buttload. Forgive the terminology, but one single pattern is usually $7 to $10. So if you can get 4 or 5 for $9.99, and those are add to cart, and boom, you might see something you like. Most of them, there's pretty diverse themes. That's why there's 14 of them. But I know there's one that's definitely got the old barns in it. Sterling, if you're interested, I mean, I'll look into the specific Cage Cove. I need to write that down. Well, if I can find a pen. Cage Cove, Gatlinburg. And of course, my pen ran out. The one I could find. Anyway, keeping that in mind, Sterling. I like the cover of the latest issue. Okay, that's Robert Evans. Miter Mike, I bought one of Charles's designs and I'm working on finishing it hopefully tomorrow. Good deal, Mike.
if you being a beginner, you weren't just jumping in the shallow end. You're challenging yourself. So if you get through that, then congratulations. And that's not a dig. It's just that's something to be said. If you can, especially at the time frame you were working with, you had to have it done by the second, if I recall. Wait, no, it
Which
couldn't have
one
been
did
the
you get?
second because we're past the second. He got one of my horse designs in an oval that has a rope bridle.
Okay.
I don't remember which one it was. We talked about it. Me and John talked about on the. I think that was John that asked me. I don't know. I can't get all the voices down. Go big or go home. Yeah, buddy. Mike, if you do post that on any kind of internet, any kind of social media or YouTube, I beg of you to I say I beg of you. That sounds desperate. Please tag me and let people know where you got the design.
I got a question for the audience there, Charles.
All right.
I'm learning how to combine CorelDRAW and SketchUp at the same time. Is anybody interested in seeing that in a video?
Would anybody like to see a combination of CorelDRAW and SketchUp in a video? That would be unique. And Miter Mike is saying, hell yeah. I don't know if that was in response to you or and me asking him to tag me. And
no, it was for me.
It very well could be. Well, we didn't waste any time. We went pretty long without losing it, but my faithful 9 thumbs downers came across, and I appreciate y'all watching.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
Can you see the car over my shoulder?
Barracuda?
I don't know CorelDRAW either.
Charger.
Miter Mike, I'm the same way with any program. I'd love to learn SketchUp, but I don't have the patience because I get confused way too easily. And the thing about, I made it out like I was hurt by those thumbs downs on an earlier episode, but people, number one, don't have to like everything I do, and I respect that. But on the same note, some people will do it just to do it. So if you are a YouTuber or just starting out, don't let it shape your mindset in doing videos, because some people will do it just to do it. I'll personally, if anybody's not doing it in spite and there's something they genuinely didn't like, I would like feedback on that, because I like providing what people like. But when you get, let's say, 24 thumbs ups and 9 thumbs down, that's almost 3 times better than the thumbs down. So that's just me on the topic of thumbs down. I mean, if people are going to do it, and you can look at the most popular YouTubers out there, they'll have hundreds of thumbs downs. It's just how people act. I did not know that, Lee.
They wouldn't do it live. If they were to put them in front of a camera, they wouldn't do it that way.
Yeah.
A lot of people hide behind their internet.
Absolutely. Anonymity is the death of the internet. But thank you very much, Steve French. Yeah, a lot of people.
Check this out, if you can read it.
I'm on the chat page, so you're gonna have to read it out to me.
No, you gotta look at the picture.
I can't, dag nugget. Let me get back over there. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Where are we looking at, Carl?
Very nice.
Oh, that's cool.
That was from the past woodworking show here in Atlanta. But look at the letters on Atlanta, if you can see it.
I don't even see the word Atlanta. I see
Yeah, we don't see Atlanta.
Oh.
You gotta hold it up higher.
There you go.
I don't see it yet. The picture froze.
Oh, don't see it.
Carl Taylor,
I see it.
Atlanta.
There it
Okay,
is.
yeah,
Alt-ant. That's
oh,
awesome.
man.
Alt-ant.
Was that your mistake or somebody else's?
No, that's what the woodworking show gave me.
Oh, wow. Wow, man. No, and I believe you. I have some dedicated viewers, and I appreciate that. In the past, because I've always been an open person on my shows, in the past it did hurt, but then I got to thinking, there are people out there that are just butt monkeys. They'll do it just to get to you. Yeah, they did screw it up. Alt-anta. That's funny.
Just think of it as them at least hanging around long enough to watch you to give you a thumbs down.
Well, I respectfully disagree with that because you can start a video, pause it, and give it a thumbs down. So I mean, people don't. Now maybe in the analytics or what's the word? It starts with the algorithms. Maybe it counts as a view in some way, shape, or form. But it is possible to thumbs down a video without having ever watched it. You just start it and then pause it and then thumbs down. But there again, it don't let it destroy you because it started to destroy me, and I won't let it because it's just. If it was a constructive criticism, I would listen to it, but thumbs down, I think the thumbs up speak for themselves. That's motivation, but thumbs down, it just happens. Stuff happens, but
mentioned. I added
who's
a.
that talking? Is that Lead Night? I don't know who
added
me is. My
Nice. I added like a video of a walkthrough of all the magazines, starting with the first issue all the way to the most current issue.
Mhm.
If you guys want to see it, you can go on our Facebook page, which is just our Scrollers magazine, and it's our business page, so it should be on there. I also posted in a couple of groups. I think I posted it up in Carl's group and a couple other ones. So if you guys are going through the groups, then you can look for them there too.
Dan Bohr, again, Carl's the group he created is called Scrolls. It's not Woodworkers on YouTube, it's Scrollers on on YouTube. And you've heard John Cousins and Lee Knighton talking about Scroller's Choice magazine is on Facebook. Did I say YouTube? I meant Facebook.
Yeah.
Scrollers on YouTube, Facebook page, and John and Lee have also talked about. Thank you, and Bulldozer, that means quite a bit. Thank you very much. He says, I think you have a great show. Sterling Davis, Night All Lee, email me your information. I'm just saying I don't know as much as I should. Sterling.davis@att.net. Can you write that down quickly, Lee? If not, I'll repeat it. And thank you so much, Bulldozer D10. Okay, so you saw it. We are one. Good night, Sterling, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you for suggesting that I do the spiral after trying that flat blade. I think that made it a good balanced show. But even though we got 21 watching, I should probably wind it down. But I appreciate all y'all watching. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate the feedback. And anytime on any show we do, you can ask questions that have nothing to do with what we're talking about because it's an open show and y'all are entitled. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wind down over here. And I would like to thank John P.A. Cousins, John Schaffner, Carl Taylor, Lee Knighton, and Russ Meadows just joined us. Sorry, Russ, but you're welcome to hang out. Mark Sherman, thank you for being here. Charles Deering, and that would be me. Woodvisions.com with over 1,000 scroll saw patterns for sale, as well as 14 ebooks, which I need to be promoting more. But thank all of y'all for being here. I hope you watch next week. I will try to keep y'all posted on the topic, which I believe it will be different materials that are scrolled, as well as different woods, the pros and cons of different woods and stuff like that. I hope y'all will come back, and I hope y'all were entertained as well as whatever other emotions you might have felt. Thank y'all so much for watching. And in the meantime, do what this fella's saying. Scroll on.